Hi there, you're listening to the Paralegals on Fire podcast show where you'll be getting tips and actionable strategies that you can use right now to fast track your paralegal career. I'm your host, Ann Pearson, former paralegal and paralegal manager who left big law in the concrete jungle to start my own company, the Paralegal Boot Camp, where we give online courses that help paralegals make more money, increase their job security, and cut out the learning curve. All right, let's jump right into today's episode. Pitfall number 4, focus on your years of experience. I'd actually add to that, focus on your years of experience instead of what you're capable of doing. I've met thousands of paralegals over the years, and I can tell you with 1,000% certainty that the number of years of experience on their resume has absolutely nothing to do with how good they are at their job. I've also met plenty of paralegals who have 30 years of experience on their resume, and they don't know how to do some of the things that a paralegal down the hall does with only 4 years of experience. I've also met many paralegals who didn't have a degree or even a paralegal certificate, but they were fast learners and they performed at a level that was well beyond their years of experience. I give you all of those examples because I think part of the problem with focusing on your years of experience, especially when you're a new paralegal, you could get a bad case of comparisonitis. Is that even a word? Yes. Yeah, it's a word. And someone wrote a book about it. When you're looking at the senior, more experienced paralegals in the office and you're comparing yourself to them, you're in the gap. Remember I did an episode about that late last year? If you're in a mindset of thinking, when will I ever be as good as them? Or I can't wait for the next few years to go by so I can finally feel more confident at work and not be a newbie paralegal. Don't do that. Literally and figuratively, but literally don't call yourself a newbie paralegal. You're a paralegal professional. Your mindset is really everything. If your internal messaging is on repeat saying things like, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know how to do this. I might make a mistake. I'm scared I'm going to mess up and get fired. Guess what's going to happen? Well, you're probably not going to get fired, but you sure won't be confident at work. Here's the messaging that I want you to have on repeat going forward. Say to yourself, it absolutely does not take a decade or two to be a rock star paralegal. I am capable of learning everything I need to know to be a great paralegal. Did you learn that in school? No. You've got to go out and get more training, real training, in order to be a great paralegal. But that's it. Say it out loud, unless you're on a train or something. I'll say it one more time. And in fact, write it down on a sticky and put it on your computer monitor. It absolutely does not take a decade or two to be a rock star paralegal. I am capable of learning everything I need to know to be a great paralegal. Now go make yourself a list of the skills you need to acquire so that you can be a rock star paralegal right now, not a decade from now. And if you're in litigation, I actually put together a template that has a lot of those skills. It's in a table format. I don't have time to go back and put links in the show notes when I'm doing these daily tips, but if you were to Google litigation paralegal professional development plan and paralegal boot camp, I'll bet it comes up on page 1 of the results. And if you're in litigation, don't forget, the doors are open until Thursday on the litigation boot camp. So, and if you're listening to this on Sunday morning when the episode drops, I hope you're having a fabulous weekend. All right. Up tomorrow, number 5, Pitfall number 5. I'll see you then, or you'll hear me then. All right, that's it for today's episode. Thank you so much for listening. If you enjoyed today's show, hit the subscribe button in whatever platform you're listening. And please take a quick minute and leave a review of the podcast and share this episode with just one colleague or friend who you think would benefit from what we discussed today. Share the knowledge, and the entire paralegal profession elevates. See you next week. Bye for now.